What is going on, ESGN Nation, and welcome back to another NCAA Football 14 episode of the Stanford Cardinals Online Dynasty. Episode 72, we're in week 5, and today we are on the road here in the state of Utah, taking on the Utah State Aggies. This is the first year that they have been in the Pac-12 here, and we're going to see what we can get into here with them today. As the Aggies right now, we'll take a look at the stats here in just a bit, but this is their first week here in the season, and the Aggies right now are pretty much better right now early in the season with better points per game, total offense and rushing offense here this season so far. Now we're in favor of everything else: passing offense, defensive, total defense, rushing defense, and passing defense. So we pretty much pretty much we're the favorite in this one. As you see, last week they lost against FIU 45-38 in a close game in overtime, but they had two successful games against Utah of all things. In a Civil War battle there between those two. Normally Utah is the victor in that one, but this year it seemed like Utah State had the upper hand. There you see the numbers there for Utah State. Williams, their quarterback; Smith, their halfback; and Barnes, their wide receiver. And there you see some of the numbers from them. Those are guys we're going to have to take a close look at this week in this game. There, of course, there you see the top 25. I'll always give you guys this. Air Force at number 2. Last week at number 3. Lovelady Lions there. Of course, my buddy Steve Lovelady, his Lions are at number 4, jumping up one spot for number 5 last week. Ohio State dropping, actually going up also a spot there this week. USC lost. You guys, they lost last week and dropped out of the number 1 spot. So we are number 1 in the nation right now. Of course, Taylor and Steve will be going against each other in week 6. And that right there, that game is going to decide who's going to take the number 2 spot, or at least be in the top 2, or at least top 3 battle here this season. And of course, I believe if we can defeat these Aggies here this week, we take on Oregon State next week. So a lot on the line here this week, just like last week. Of course, USC, they still have a shot to get to the top spot here and still make it to what I thought was going to be a number 1 versus number 2 in the Pac-12 championship game. And of course, that game would be everything would be on the line: Pac-12 championship and of course the national championship on the line. But that does not seem to be the case, but it still could be on the table. You never know how things shape up here in NCAA football. So you see the dislocated ankle there for Holman. That's the starting left tackle there. He'll be out for a week from Glendale, California. And we'll see the kickoff here. As Stanford, of course, get the ball first here today, as Melton will, of course, run this one here. And we'll see how well he does this one as he gets to about the 32-yard line on the return, as that's about a 28-yard return there from him. Phil Graham, of course, there you see what he did last week. We'll see if he can keep that up here this week in today's game. As we'll see a 1st and 10 here as Graham gets a hold of the football there, goes up the middle, and gets a nice 7-yard carry for a 3 coming up. So, of course, last week our game against forgot now. Arizona State, it was a tricky game. We had 2 interceptions. Davis had 2 touchdowns in that game. Of course, we're trying to see if he can have a better game this week. Last week, I usually say that it was not really. I'm not going to give him too much grief about those 2 interceptions. They were basically my fault of not doing a good job there of helping him read the defense there. But nonetheless, here, he's still, on the short leash here when it comes to the quarterback position. Even though he is a sophomore here, I really don't want to bring out Joel James too much, as Joel James just really hasn't shown that he could step up to, even though he did help us win the national championship last year and had a really good national championship game. He has to be better than what he has been. So that's where we're going to put the sophomore out here, see what he can do. And once sophomore doesn't show what he can do, he starts slacking and doesn't excel, then we'll definitely take him out and, of course, bring back Joel James. As you see, Hell there gets a nice carry there of 7 yards. on that carry from the backfield. 2nd and 3 coming up here for the Stanford Cardinals as they're in the I formation. We'll see if they can, of course, run the ball here this game. I know talking to Coach TJ Vaughns, he said that it was going to be very important for them to run the ball here against these Aggies. He didn't want to put too much pressure and too much passing attempts on Davis this week. So that was one of the things that he is trying his best to do here today in this game here for Davis and for the offensive line. 1st and 10 now coming up after a great run, as we see Graham here gets stuffed there, and somehow he gets able to get a yard on that carry as it makes it now 2nd and goal coming up. So now 2nd and goal coming up here. Ball on the 5-yard line. Davis there at the ace formation, hands this off to Walker. Walker trying to go on the outside there. Walker trying to get to that little corner there, and he is unable to get that ball across the plane there for a touchdown. So now 3rd and goal coming up here as they try to get to that pylon, but just couldn't get to it. Hand off to Graham this time around. Graham has no problem getting in there for that 1-yard touchdown as he and the Stanford Cardinals take the lead now, 7-0 here, the #1 team in the nation, taking on an unranked Utah State. Of course, Utah State defeated, had the first 2 wins, and of course got beat last week by FIU, but they would like to knock off the #1 team in the nation. This will definitely put a nice feather in their cap as Williams there gets tagging for the loss. Loss of 7 on the play on that sack. As we see Smith now comes out of the backfield, comes up to as a receiver, gets the catch there to Ashley, and Jolly is going to bring him down as that's a catch there, but we'll have a flag here, and it's going to be on the defense. It's going to be on Eric Reese. Say a 5-yard penalty, making it a 3rd and 6 now coming up here for Utah State. So Reese a little jumpy on the line there, but it happens. Just got to be a lot more patient. As you see Garreau, 4-yard reception there for him. It makes it a 4th and 2 coming up now for Utah State. So Utah State punts this ball, puts us in a pretty good position in field goal position, or at least in for them, as we'll see a run there from Graham as they do a good job there flipping the field and putting us in a deep spot here. And we're trying to get ourselves down the field here and try to get another score on the board here as we lead this one by 7 here as we're getting just less than a minute left here in the 1st quarter. We'll see Sears in motion here. Play clock running down to 2. Hand this one off to Graham. Graham's going to take off the outside. Great blocking there for Graham. Graham going all the way down the field here. He only has 1 man to beat, but he's going to get tackled there in the side of the 10 in the Aggies territory. Look at this run here, the replay here. Graham knew he had wide open spaces there, took that one all the way down, and finally was pushed out there inside the 10 in Aggie territory. So nice run there from him. So we're going to, of course, see a pass situation now here for Davis as he's going to try to get this one in here. 1st and goal coming up after that big run there from Davis. Of course, from Graham as he's taking a breather. Walker in the backfield, throw pass there to Sears, and Sears gets the touchdown. 9 yards on the reception. 1st touchdown of the day there for Isaiah Davis. I believe that is touchdown number 7 for him for the season. They lead it now 14-0 as we see now the Aggies back on the field. McGillen with a 1-yard reception for the 2nd and 9 coming up. 2nd and 9 now coming up here for the Aggies. Man in motion. I believe that is Ramirez there. As Williams drops back here, throws a screen pass there to Smith. Smith's going to take this one there. Get out. Can he get out of the backfield there? No. He only gets about 3 on the play, as it'll make it now a 3rd and 6 coming up. So got a great nice screen pass, but just couldn't really get himself going. Williams now drops back here, throws this one up there. That is going to be caught by McMillan, as that is going to be an 11-yard reception, and that is going to be a 1st and 10. As we'll see here, 1st and 10 now coming up here. Smith gets the ball handed off to him. Washington tried to get the tackle, missed it, but Smith is probably brought down by a couple of Cardinals. 2nd and 5 coming up here. Williams drops back here, throws to Barnes, the tight end, and Mike Barnes gets 2 yards on that reception. And that'll make it a 3rd and 3 coming up. We'll see what they'll do. They're 1 and 2 now for 3rd down conversions. The Aggies are here today. As we'll see, Williams here tosses one off, a little pass there, a little option. And Smith is going to be stopped there as he gets no gain on that one. He only gets back to the line of scrimmage. And it'll be a 4th and 2, and that, of course, will be a punt. We'll now go to a 1st and 10 here after the punt. Graham here gets the ball. Graham gets caught up behind the blocker, and the defensive player grabs him as McIntosh there gets a hold of him for a loss of a yard. 3rd and 11 now coming up here for the Cardinals as Davis here, play action now, drops back in the pocket, looks to the right-hand side, throws this one up there to Sears. Sears gets the catch, and he's got that one near the 45. That's 26 yards on the reception, and that is a 1st down. 6 first down so far for the Cardinals. As we'll see here, handoff there to Graham. Graham again, good blocking here, keeps his legs moving here, gets this one near the 30-yard line. That's a huge run there for him, about a gain almost of 25 on that play, as Graham gets now a 1-yard carry there after that big run. 105 yards on the ground here, 1 rushing touchdown, and of course 10 carries for him so far here in today's game. He is having an excellent go here in today's game. 3rd down coming up here. Davis here drops back in the pocket, looks up, fires, throws one to Hunter, as Frank Hunter gets a catch for a gain of just 7. 4th and 3 coming up here. Somehow Davis convinced coach to let him go for it here. They're not going to kick field goal. They're going to try to get this one a 1st down as Sears gets the catch. Rodney Sears holds on to the football, taken down there near the 5. Nice 1st down reception there for him. As we get now a 1st and goal coming up here. Ball on the 5-yard line. Davis under center here. Looks like they're going to call an audible here of some kind, but maybe just slowing down the play as Davis drops back in the pocket, throws up the middle there to Williams, and that is going to be Clint Williams' 1st touchdown of the day. 5 yards on the reception. 2nd touchdown pass there for Isaiah Davis. That'll be his 8th of the season, and of course, that is Williams' 2nd of the season here today, as that is now a 21-0 lead here with 1:22 left here in the 1st half. 1st and 10 coming up here for Williams and the Aggies, as that one's going to be thrown to McMillan for 7, and that'll be a 2nd and 3 coming up. 2nd and 3 coming up now here for Williams, as Williams drops back in the pocket, throws this one there to McMillan. McMillan takes this one down and near the 40. They're in Cardinals territory. Nice run there for him. He has now over 40 yards now here in today's game with 4 catches. Had a good game here so far, but have not gotten the end zone quite yet. Williams now drops back in the pocket, throws this one up there, rainbow throw there to his tight end, to Mike Barnes, who gets a 13-yard reception. That's a 1st down, as Williams is so far perfect in throwing right now. He is 9 for 9 in his passing attempts. 1st and 10 from McMillan. He's in motion here, going from the left side to the right side of the screen. Williams drops back in the pocket, throws this one up there. That's going to go up and deep, but it's going to be out of bounds, as no one can get a hold of that one. That's the 1st incomplete pass now for Williams. 2nd and 10 coming up. Richard Williams now drops back in the pocket. Good solid pocket there. Throws one up there. Zach Melton puts his hands up and gets a nice deflection for the Cardinals. Couldn't get a hold of that one. Less than a minute left here in the 1st half. 3rd and 10 coming up now here, as Williams drops back for the Aggies. Looks to his right-hand side. Throws this one up to Barnes. Barnes gets the catch, and Barnes is inside the 15. Mark him near the 12 for the 1st. 1st and 10 coming up now for Williams. As Smith is in the backfield here. They're going to hand this one off to Smith, and I had a feeling that one's going to be a run, as they are able to stop him for a gain of 7. They call a quick timeout now, as they burn 2 timeouts already here in the 1st half. 1 timeout remaining. 2nd and 3 coming up. We'll see. Smith now gets the ball handed to him. Gets stopped as he gets right to about the 2-yard line. And he will be stopped there. Now 3rd and inches coming up here. We'll see what the Aggies going to do. Looks like they're going to pass this time around. Aggies can't find nobody as Richard Williams gets taken for a loss. Nice sack there from Eddie Young. And that is how the first half is going to end, as the Stanford Cardinals take a 21-3 lead here. And Stanford looking really good here so far. The quarterback, Davis, looking top-notch here. He's had now 2 passing touchdowns here in today's game. And we'll see what he can do now coming up in this one, as 2 touchdowns so far for him, as he is now thrown to Sears and to Williams so far here in this first half. Of course, Graham has well over 100 yards rushing, and he is looking like he's having a good game here himself here today. We'll see if we can get the ball to him a little bit more here, especially in the second half, especially as this lead continues growing here. We'll definitely let him and Brandon and Walker and Hill run the ball even more so. So we go, starting off the second half here, as we'll try to make some second half adjustments here, and basically just try to not necessarily coast, but just try to maintain the game where it's at, and just kind of build onto our lead here, and try to really utilize that running game here. It's been really helpful for us against this team. 1st and 10 coming up now, as Smith gets the ball handed off to him. He's going to be tackled for no gain there, as he gets only back to the line of scrimmage there. Nice stop there from Eddie Young. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Aggies, as Williams drops back in the pocket, throws this one, heaves this one here high and deep over there to the right or left-hand side to McMillan. That's going to be a catch there, they say, for the first down. Nice job there from McMillan, keeping his body controlled and, of course, keeping his feet in bounds on that throw. McMillan in motion there. You see they're going to try to throw a quick little pass there to him, but they cannot. He's going to throw this one in deep instead, and that's going to be almost picked off there, as looks like Moore and Melton there on that play, but they're going to credit Moore with the deflection. 2nd and 10 there, hand off to Smith. Smith going to run this one there. He's going to come out of the backfield. A nice 8-yard gain there for him, as he has now 23 yards here in today's game, just about 4 yards per carry here now in this contest. 3rd and 2 coming up for Williams. Williams throws this one there quickly to McMillan. McMillan being the man here on this half so far. 13 yards on that catch, as he has 6 catches and a little over 85 yards in today's game. 1st and 10 coming up here. Smith's in motion. Williams drops back here, looking, fires, throws him off to this halfback there, but the halfback cannot stay in bounds, as that's going to be thrown out of bounds. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Aggies. Aggies looking to do something here now. 2nd and 10. Aggies throwing this one there quickly to McMillan. McMillan gets the catch, and McMillan 10 yards on the reception. A new set of downs there for the Aggies. 1st and 10, Utah State. Utah State looking like they're going to try to do something here in this drive here. Now with 7 first downs here in today's game. Williams drops back in the pocket, throws this one there to quickly to Ashley. Ashley gets the catch. Now I don't see how he got that one, but he does. Great catch there from him, his 2nd catch of the day. 25 yards for the day for him. 1st and goal now coming up for the Aggies. Aggies just look like they're hell-bent on getting into the end zone. Nice hit there on Smith, as Smith loses 2 yards on that carry. 3rd and goal coming up here. They are definitely threatening here, as Austin's going to be in motion for the Aggies. Smith hands off, gets some good blocking. Smith gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. And they are now on the board here with the first touchdown of the day there. Ryan Smith, his first of the day here in this one, as the Aggies now are now back in this game here now, making it a bit of a contest now, 21-10. 3:26 left here in the 3rd quarter. We'll see what now Davis can do now for the Cardinals. He hands this one off to Graham. Graham goes on the outside, bounces back inside, getting a gain of 5 on the play, making it now 2nd and 5. He has 11 carries for 110 yards here today. 2nd and 5 coming up now here for the Cardinals. As we'll see Davis drops back in the pocket, throws one there to Hunter. Hunter gets the catch. Hunter, the other second string tight end, gets the catch for 10. Keeping his legs moving there and just making sure he has possession of that football. 1st and 10 now after that big play. We'll see what they'll do here now this time around. Maybe we'll see some kind of run play here in this situation. As we'll see, no play action. Davis drops back here, looks, fires, finds the open man, finds Rodney Sears, his huge tight end, for a 20-yard gain. 1st and 10 coming up now for the Stanford Cardinals. 2:12 left here in the 3rd. Davis here now scrambling off to the right-hand side. Davis needs to do something with the football. Davis gets caught, and he will get sacked for a loss there. So a 2nd and 11 now coming up after the sack. Davis really needs to make sure, he needs to make a quick decision now if he's going to hold on to the football and look down the field or run with it. 2nd and 11 coming up. Davis drops back in the pocket, throws one there to Barber, who gets the quick catch there right on the numbers. And that is going to be a tackle. Gain of 6 on the play, makes it now 3rd and 5. So now 3rd and 5 coming up here. Davis does not like what he sees there from the defense, so he's going to call an audible here now. As we'll see here, just a minute left in the 3rd quarter. Davis scrambs off to the right-hand side. Davis going down the field. Davis throws this one there to Williams, and somehow he got that one off. Not getting in trouble for throwing a forward pass. He must have found out where the line of scrimmage was there and gets a 1st down. Great big play there. As we go now to a 1st and goal coming up. Just 35 seconds left here in the quarter. Now James, he's in the game here. James going to run this one. He gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. And I'm being told right now that Davis has a bit of a stinger, but he will be coming back in the ball game. So James will take over if he needs to. As you see there, Joel James getting a touchdown. I believe that's his 1st rushing touchdown now this season. As you see there, he is fired up. And of course, he would like to be back on the field here. So we'll see now. Smith going to run this one here. Nice run there from Smith coming out of the backfield. A gain of 13 on the play. Makes it now a new set of downs here for the Aggies. 1st and 10. 25 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. 28-10 here. Stanford leads this one. As we'll see, handoff there to Ryan Williams. Again, why not? He's been running the ball very well against this defense, penetrating that defensive line and getting the 1st down, getting several 1st downs here, but getting a nice gain there. 2nd and 6 now coming up as we start the 4th quarter. Williams throws this one there. It's Guerrero as he gets a great catch. Douglas Guerrero, 28 yards on that reception, his 2nd catch of the day. That's a huge 1st and 10 now for the Aggies. Williams drops back in the pocket for the Aggies, throws one up there to McMillan. McMillan gets the catch, and that's a gain of 15. This defense is starting to break down now here. I think Williams knows what this team is throwing at him, and he is doing a great job of countering it. 1st and 10. Williams here runs this one there, and or I should say Smith runs this one, but gets caught there. This time we read it very well for the run, and that's a stop of only a gain of 2. 2nd and 8 coming up here as defense really needs to tighten up here as their backs against the wall here. Smith now runs this one here. Jude's going to come up for the hit, but he is going to be hit as well, and he's going to end up giving them a 3rd and 1 opportunity now here. So 3rd and 1, you can pretty much call anything in this situation as they're going to hand off to Schaefer. Schaefer's going to run this one in there. Travis Schaefer, 6-yard touchdown there for him. The backup halfback comes into the game and gets in there in the end zone. It's now a 28-17 ball game as you see there. Put his head down and it goes in for it. So now here we go. Oh, okay, they're going to go for 2 instead here. Hand this off to Smith. Smith's going to try to go on the outside there, and he gets in there, no problem. It's now a 10-point ball game, 28-18. Cardinals still lead this one here in here against Utah State. 1st and 10 coming up here. We'll see Davis now back on the field with Graham. Graham coming out of the backfield, and Graham's going to run this one for a gain of 7. Makes a nice 2nd and 3 coming up. 2nd and 3 coming up for the Cardinals. Davis taking his time. He knows how valuable time that clock is to him as he hands this one off to Brandon Walker for a carry of about 7. First and 10 coming up now for the Cardinals as they're in I formation. Of course, running the ball here and just try to milk that clock as much as they possibly can. As Walker's going to come out of the backfield there. Walker almost trying to run down somebody, but only gets a gain of a yard there on the play. 3 carries, 12 yards for him today. He's been very quiet. Of course, we have not utilized him too much here, but it looks like Coach T.J. Bonds wants to utilize him a little bit more now in this second half. 2nd and 9 coming up here for Davis. Davis quickly throws there to Barber there on that nice pass there. As Barber knows he's going to get hit and holds on to the football there. And it's just 2 yards short of converting for a first. So now 3rd and 2 coming up. Cardinals looking to try to get down the field here and, of course, milk as much time as they can. As we'll see a handoff there to Graham. Graham gets some good blocking there. And Graham should have just stayed to the right-hand side. He kept going to the right. He would have had an open field there and could have easily got a touchdown there in that situation. 2nd and 10 coming up, or 1st and 10 coming up here, I should say. After that, converting that first down. 28-18 is your score right now. 10-point lead for the Cardinals. As we'll see, Graham here runs back up the middle there, keeping the ball at center just in case. And that's going to be a nice 3-yard carry there for a 2nd and 7 coming up. 2nd and 7 coming up here for the Cardinals as Davis under center once again in I formation. Looking to see what they can do as Graham's going to get a nice block there. Graham trying to find the first down marker. And Utah State's going to call another timeout there. Earning their 2nd timeout now here in the second half. 1 timeout remaining for Utah State. Aggies don't really have too much to, they have something to fight for here, but Graham keeps getting those first downs, and that's their last timeout. So pretty much now Stanford now has a chance now to put this game away if they can get a couple more first downs. 2nd and 9 coming up here, 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Hand this one off to Walker. Walker's going to run this one on the outside there. Walker going down to inside the 30 and gets 11 yards on the carry. Making it now a 1st and 10 once again for the Cards. 2 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. Trying to keep this game where it's at, or at least trying to maybe increase the lead by 7. As we'll see a 1st and 10 here. Davis taking his time, looking at the play clock here. Throws one there to Frank Hunter, and Hunter gets the catch, a gain of 18. And now, I see Coach T.J. Bond tell him, hey, clock, use the clock. Don't run too many plays here. Just run the clock. As you see, Utah State has no timeouts remaining. So now, 1st and goal coming up here. 1:30 left for the Cardinals. And this one, 1st and 10. Or I should say 1st and goal. Utah State has no timeouts. Davis here looking, dropping back in the pocket. Davis got to look, try to do something with it. Davis going to get caught. And that's a loss of 11. He should have threw away the football if he could not find anybody there. But remember, he's just a sophomore, so he still has a lot to learn. 2nd and goal coming up. Davis drops back in the pocket, throws this one up. That's going to be caught in the end zone by Clint Williams. Clint Williams' 2nd pass of the day. 2nd touchdown of the day. That is number 3 for him for the season. And that is number 9 for Davis here today, as he has no interceptions, at least so far here in this one. And we lead it there with a nice touchdown. See, looks like we got an upset alert again. San Diego State has a 1-point lead over USC, number 8 in the nation. Of course, BYU and UCLA just starting in their game. They have a 7-7 ball game right now, tied up. Both teams are in the top 25 there. BYU ranked number 25th and number 20, UCLA. So 35-18 now, as we have 52 seconds left for the Aggies to try to get down the field and try to score and maybe try to get an onside kick to get back in this ball game. But Barnes gets a 16-yard reception. That's a 1st down. No timeout still again remaining for Utah State, as they got to get out of bounds quickly once they get the football. Williams looking down the field here. Williams throwing this one up there. Throws this one there as tight end Barnes, but inbounds. So that will keep the clock moving, as they're going to call a no huddle here in this situation. And it's going to be a 1st and 10. 18 of 22 for Richard Williams. No touchdowns. A little over 200 yards for the day, as we'll see him throwing this one to Smith. Jolly brings him down for an 8-yard reception. And again, they are going to have to get on the ball here quickly. 2nd and 2 coming up here. They're going to have to spike the ball to stop it with 26 seconds left. Not much for Utah State to do here. Even if they do score, they still got to get the onside kick and get down the field with no timeouts. Williams drops back in the pocket, looks up, fires, throws this one there, out of bounds. And incomplete pass there. Nice job there on the defense putting pressure on him on that throw. 4th and 2 coming up here for Utah State. Williams drops back in the pocket. He throws one up there. That one's almost picked off by Courtney Heffer, as he's a 2nd string guy there. Almost had that one picked off. And that'll be a turnover on downs. As we go now, 18 seconds left here. Davis here looking down the field. Davis going to run this one here. Davis fumbles the football, and Campbell picks it up for Utah State. What is he doing? He needs a slide in that situation there. What is Davis doing on that play? What is going on? 11 seconds left here. Williams running the football, or throwing and passing the ball there to McMillan. McMillan getting the football there. Stopped by Zach Melton. Clock is going to tick away. Not much for Utah State to do in this one, as the ball game is over with. And we win this one 35-18. It was almost ugly there, those last 11 seconds there. I don't know what play call that was called, but nonetheless there, Davis almost gave up a quick 6 points there. Isaiah Davis, your player of the game, ironically enough, 14 of 16, 207, 3 touchdowns in the game. No interceptions, thank goodness, as he had a really great game there, up to that point where he dropped the football. Now, breaking the fourth wall here, what I was trying to do in that play was I was trying to get some rushing yards there, because he was not doing so good in rushing yards after he lost, lost that loss of 11, and a couple other times he got sacked there. I was trying to get some positive yards there, because it was in a negative. So that is, as a player, that was my fault. But, as the quarterback there, he should have did a better job there of throwing the football away. And he did not do so. But anyway, let's get back to telling the story here. There you see the numbers. 5 for 5 in the red zone there. Nice day for Stanford, as Utah State was 2 for 3 that day. 2 for 3. Or no, three red zone attempts. 2 were in the touchdown. 1 was a field goal there, I should say. Not. Anyway, Isaiah Davis, there you see, like I said, the player of the game. 3 touchdowns, 207 for the day, 14 of 16. I actually liked that. That was really nice game for him. We didn't do pass the ball that much, and also the running game really came in and helped us out. And that's what I want to see a lot more from us in games from week to week. So we got to implement that running game a little bit more. I'm going to have to put Walker in more play formations to get him out there even more so. So he can be able to help out with that running game and not put all our ducks, all our eggs in one basket when it comes to Graham trying to run the football there. So, Graham, I at least want to get him 100 yards a game, ideally. Walker, somewhere around maybe around 50, I should say about 60 to 70 yards a game. So, trying to balance that out as we can. I just got to find the right plays for him to be in and utilize him in those those type of situations there. So definitely have to look at that here maybe for the next game coming up, which will be taking on Oregon State. That'll be a home game coming up in the next episode, week 6. Of course, in week 6, like I said earlier in the video, Air Force taking on the Lovely Lions. That has a big a big situation on the line there. Winner of that is going to, of course, have a chance to be running for, going for the national championship this season along with us. So, will there be 2 user teams in the national championship game? Well, I don't know. We'll have to find out and see. Because we could easily slip up and fall. Not saying we are, but anything's possible when it comes to this game here. So. Been a while since we've had a tough loss, so I'm not saying that we are gonna have one, but I'm just saying but we are due for one. I'm not trying to jinx us, but let's get it. Let's be real. This is NCAA 14. This game is a little over 8 years old. you know, it does have its quirks sometimes, and yeah, sometimes you just have to just roll with the punches. So there you see Oregon State right now as we go into this game. They're 0-3. I don't know if they won their next game or this week 5 game yet, but we play them. There you see we're pretty much the favorites in this one, and we'll try to see if we can defeat them and knock them out of our way of trying to get to that Pac-12 championship, and of course hopefully another appearance in the national championship game. So that's coming up in next couple days here. I don't know when this video is coming out, but here in the next couple of days you guys will see that game there in week 6. So thank you guys for watching. Like I said, it was a good game here at Davis. I'm really hoping we can add on to that coming up in this next game against Oregon State, and we'll see how well he does there in that one. But thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy today's episode, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you happen to be new. Hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified of this series or any other series here on ESGNet LP. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord, as they're all free. Check those out. That's a great way to find out what's going on here on the channel when it comes to series, or what's going on in my life, or just what's going on in sports in general, and also in sports gaming. So thank you guys for watching. Again, thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Happy you're getting your notifications, so definitely, like, again, hit that bell notification so you guys can get those noties to find out when this series or any other series here on the channel drops. Also, don't forget to follow us on our main channel on ESGNet, as you guys can follow my other NCAA series over there, which is the Highland and Scotty's Team Builder series, based off school that I actually went to. It's a JUCO school. Now they're a D1. Now, at least in this game, they're a D1 school, and hopefully starting winning championships there. So definitely check that out. That series there on the main channel there too. But that is it for me, you guys. As always, keep yourself, each other healthy and cool. Stay safe. I will see you guys next time.